This is upsetting for me. This is upsetting. I own the original. I own the PS4 version of Nickelodeon All Star Brawl in physical copy, and right now, the developers of the game struck me to the heart whenever I found out they're making a sequel. When it doesn't feel like a sequel, it just feels like a DLC and an update. With the update being, more dialogue, better graphics, has more of a budget, and the DLC being that they're adding Squidward and Jimmy Neutron to the game. But the reason why I believe this is literally the worst thing that I've ever seen is because they're charging you $60 for the new game. And yeah, in the new game, what? It has better graphics, Squidward and Jimmy Neutron. What else does it have? It doesn't improve anything. It doesn't improve the combat. It doesn't, do anything different. All it does is, better graphics and better graphics and two new characters. What else is there? What new stages? What you could just this feels something out of something that costs like $20, not something that comes out of like a $60 game. And yeah, I mean they could have just put everything on the first game. They could have improved the graphics, but no. The people who are making, who are developing the game are, charging us more money so we see it because they're trying to see our loyalty. And I'm sorry if I sound negative. It's just that why couldn't they just release a DLC for this, like $30, like half the price of the game? It would literally wouldn't make a difference. Like they're spending hours, doing this when they could spend like less hours, putting out, the DLC content, putting out, better graphics and making a full-fledged game. Like they're making battle sets from like the first game, like stages from the first game. They're adding new ones in here. It's not like copy paste. They have to literally program the whole. They have to program. They have to code. They have to design the thing, and then they have to go to more hours to render, which seems painful. When they could just, do it, they could just release all the extra stages, extra characters, and extra better graphics in the game, in the original game. But no, money, we need money, so yeah. I'm not saying the game looks terrible, but it's just that why couldn't you just release it as a DLC? Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl looks okay. I don't see anything that, improves upon it. And also, I just know the game's gonna be bad because have you seen how new Smash Bros games are making? Multiverses. It was popular for a month and then it died. Nickelodeon All Star Brawl was popular for a week and it died. Smash Bros Ultimate is the #1 fighting game of all time, and there is no competition to it because Smash Bros Ultimate cemented itself as the fighting game, as the couch party fighting game. So I literally don't see a point in trying to make a sequel to a game that's already dead when they can make it as a DLC and re-innovate that game. They're probably going to lose more money or lose more of its audience. It's a very bad gamble, in my opinion, trying to make a new game instead of, coming out with a DLC. Almost everybody used to play the game, got back into it. And people who didn't get the game, bought the game because Hugh Neutron was in it. We wanted Hugh Neutron. And now you're adding characters that some of us wanted, like Jimmy Neutron and Squidward, into the sequel instead of in the original game. And the sequel that costs $60. Not a safe bet for me. Not a safe bet for me. If I was the head in chief of all this, I would have just said make it into a DLC. Because all that work and effort is just gonna amount to probably, I say probably, not that it will happen. Low sales of the game, which is going to lose the company money. All right, let's see what else. Hours wasted instead of something that they could have inserted in the first game, like all these new stages that aren't from the first Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl game. It's all that work cemented to nothing. And also, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. The game doesn't look bad. It's just that making it into a sequel is not a good idea. It's not something I'd be willing to bet, in my opinion. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna do something else rather than this. I'm gonna edit my Tai Lung video. It's almost finished, but either way, so yeah.